So 2 days ago it was. I made a speech in Muncie. It was a very long drive. Wow, the achilak, it was crazy. It took me like over 2.5 hours to get to Muncie. Anyhow, I got there, I made my speech, and now I knew the drive back was going to be very long. So I said, you know what, I needed a little break. So I went, there was an ice cream store right next to where the speech was. I said, I'm going to go into the ice cream store, get a little ice cream. I mean, mind you, it was 14 degrees out. But I said, you know what, I just need a little something to make this drive nice. I walk into the ice cream store, there's almost no one there. And I'm standing by the register, about to buy my $10 ice cream that was this big. Inflation's a crazy thing, it even hit the ice cream. And then I see a lady standing at the door. And I see the look, I know the look. I know the look. Okay, I'm waiting, I said, okay, I give it 30 seconds, I know what's happening. 30 seconds later, she goes over and says, you Rabbi Haber? That's the look. I get that look. And you know it because she's like, what's he doing in Muncie? But it looks like him. So I said, yeah, I guess so. So first she says, I love your class. I love listening. I said, okay, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. She says, but the truth is I've been meaning to send you an email. That's dangerous. I said, okay, where are we going with this? She says, no, I chose not to send you an email because, and she seemed like a wonderful lady. Let me be clear. She says, but I just wanted to comment on something you once said. I said, what is it? He said, you remember you once made a speech about that lady who was Jewish, and then she was very religious, and then she became not religious, and she made a show on Netflix, and you shambled the lady and shambled the show and all that stuff. I said, yeah, I remember. I probably said that speech 20 times. I remember. And there was actually a clip of it that they sent all over, maybe even went viral. I said, yeah. She says, I just want to tell you something. You know that lady that made the show? I said, yeah. I mean, I obviously don't know. I didn't see the show. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't see anything. I just read an article about it, but I get where you're going. She says, she was my friend. She says, she grew up in Muncie. Half of Muncie is her friend. I said, she says to me, and I just want to tell you, you know, she has a family. Like, she has brothers that are the most pious people. They're studying and learning Torah diligently. She has parents that are the most wonderful people. Her parents, they were first in Russia. She was the oldest in her family. She was born, and then her parents learned about Torah mitzvot, and they learned about how to keep a pure home, and there was no mikveh in Russia. So for a bunch of years, maybe 4 or 5 years, they had no children because no mikveh. Just think about what that means. Think about the sacrifice that means until they came in, they had more children. They're wonderful people. She says, are you sure it was the right thing to just go shamble her? So first I was taken aback. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that she has parents. It's a funny thing, like you should know, but I know you think someone was like on a show. You don't realize they have a father, a mother. Like it's just, I said, oh, maybe you're right. I said, truth, I appreciate you saying that. Then I said, one second. Did the show knock religious Jewish life? She says, yeah, of course. I said, like it knocked religious Jewish life? She says, yeah. She says, very much. That was the whole point of the show. I said, one second. How many people do you think in Muncie watch the show? She says, I don't know, but a lot. Obviously not most of Muncie, but there's plenty of Muncie that on the DL, they watch the show. They knew the girl. They watched whatever. You don't know what DL is, then you're in. Then you could be disciplined with your kids. You're in a different age. Anyhow, so I said, so I want to tell you something. I have a responsibility to speak. I said, for a minute, I agree with you. And maybe I should be careful with my wording because it sounds like she's wonderful parents and I'm not going to judge her either. But she's going to go make a show and tell the Jewish world that our lifestyle is not so great and that she's so lucky now that she has a new lifestyle. My responsibility is to shamble it. I said, if I don't talk about it, who else is going to talk about it? You think the Rosh Yeshiva of Lakewood's going to talk about it? I got to talk about it. Someone has to talk about it. Because you know why? Our lifestyle is so incredible, so awesome. And Hollywood does everything in their power to make it seem like our lifestyle is hazit. And you watch anything Jewish, it's always hazit. Some guy with a weird hat and a weird kippah, weird peot. Like we're weird. No, we're not. Hollywood makes it sound, it's December 25th today. They make it sound like every house in America last night had Eve. Xmas Eve. Talk to anyone you know what their night was like. Oh, well, one son lives in China. The other son is dating a girl I don't want to see. The other 2 kids actually with their mother. Isn't she your wife? No, not anymore. You don't have. They make the whole story. As much as it's a fraud when they tell you that the Eve is white, because have you ever seen a white Eve in your life? In 30 years, it's never been white. Yesterday it snowed in the morning. It was gone by the night. Okay? So... And the same thing, they never have that whole dinner that you think it looks like. The average Jew on a Friday night has an incredible dinner that is better than 80% of this country on the one night a year. And I'm not knocking other people. I'm not knocking their religion. My goal is not to knock. My goal is I'm knocking Hollywood. You're going to make us sound weak and the world society sound great when the reality is society is living nutty lives and we're living incredible lives. I said to the lady, you're a wonderful lady. Your point is well taken. But I am sorry. My responsibility is to make sure the world knows there is nothing like a Torah life. Nothing like a Torah life in every aspect of your life. Our children need to realize there's nothing more fun than a Torah life. It's difficult at times, but it's so incredible. That's what our kids have to feel. That's what our young people have to feel. I don't care what religious level your grandfather was. He might have been fine being medium religious. But nowadays, we need Torah in our life. I'm sorry, it's the only way to survival. You go try to tell a kid, don't do gamble, don't take drugs, don't drink, don't gamble, they're not going to listen to you. There's a magnetic pull from these things. No matter what you say, it's going to kill you, it's going to kill you. You don't know, Rabbi Haber said, it's not going to kill you today, but it might kill you when something goes wrong. They're not listening. Here's the only thing they could hear, is that they could see the beauty of Torah. If they could see how beautiful and how wonderful a life is when the ditch is full with water. If they could see it and they could feel it and understand it,